we're going inside the shed. So we're going inside the shed.
Hello and welcome to Inside the Shed with Steve Hearn. Coming up on today's show, we're looking at the iPad and how do you get your photos onto the iPad. I'll be showing you 2 ways that you can do that. And we'll also have an app review from the App Store. All that is coming up straight after this.
So we're going inside the shed. So we're going inside the shed.
Photos on the iPad look really great. And there are 2 ways you can get photos onto the iPad. One way is to sync up with iTunes, and then by clicking on Photos, you have a list here from your photo album. This works both with the Mac and the PC, and you can select what you'd like to have on the iPad. So you can select from the folders and files shown and pictures shown what you want, and then you just click sync down the bottom, and that syncs with the iPad and puts that selection of photos onto the iPad for you. The second way to get photos onto the iPad is by using the adapters that are sold in the Apple Store, and they come as an iPad camera connection kit, and they look like this. There are two connectors. One allows you to connect the SD card, the other allows you to connect a USB cable. So you have the option of whatever's easier for you. On this demonstration we're going to use the SD card connector, and it's very simple. We just plug into the bottom of the iPad where the connector is, you just plug that into there. So you have the connector connected to the iPad, and then you take your SD card, which has got your photos on from whatever you've been shooting with whatever camera you're using, and you just slide that into the connector, and as you can see straight away the iPad fires up with the photos, and you can see the photographs available on the card, and you can import all, or if you wanted to you can select by pressing onto the photos, as you can see what I've done here, and have a small tick come up that shows you the ones you've decided you'd like to select, and we're going to do those 4 there. And then once you have that, apologies for the screen with the shininess, I'm trying to get this so there's not too much reflection. On the top right hand corner, once you have your photos selected, you press import, and then you have the option to either import all or the ones import selected that you have selected. So we're going to import the selected, and it's given a green tick to say they've been done. Import complete, the message comes on the screen. Would you like to delete imported photos from the attached camera? So you have the option to clear them off the SD card if you want to. Let's say yes, so we're going to delete, and there we are, they're in. It's still showing what's on the SD card, but we've finished that now, so we can just unplug the connector, and we then go back to albums on the top here, and here we have the albums in my photo on my iPad, and it has the last import here, and we press last import, and there we can see the 4 photos that have come off the SD card, and we click, and then we can just slide through. There's Hugo and Mickey's Vinylmation with the iPhone 4. Here they are again, and you can see with Mickey the Vinylmation, people have been visiting the shed and are starting to sign in, which is really cool. And another shot. So that's the second way. You can put photos directly to the iPad through the connector kit, and that works very well, and that's really handy if you're going to be taking photographs out and about and you want to take the iPad with you and put them on there and see them what they look like on a larger version rather than the screen from the camera. So it's very handy, very useful.
So we're going inside the shed. So we're going inside the shed.
Today's app review is Flick Fishing HD from the App Store, and this is another free app you can download from the App Store. It's great fun, and I'm just going to show you very quickly some of the features. So here we have the icon, and one press on the icon opens up Flick Fishing. It's loading, And there we are. It doesn't take too long. Let's just turn it round. Here we are. You come up with this screen and you have a selection here. So we can do new game. We press new game and you have some options, but we're going to just go straight to go fishing. And you have a selection here on where you'd like to fish. You have a pond which is connected to a river here, and on the land here there's actually a very small pond, very still, and then you have a harbour here and you can do sea fishing. So let's just go to the small pond here, the old pond it's called, and at the bottom you click fish here. It loads and we can start, and you have a lovely graphic here. The interface is really beautiful, works so well on the iPad. And you need to cast out first, so you press and hold and make a cast out, and there goes the float, and you need to watch the float. Down here is the reel, the icon, and the idea is that when the float goes under, when the fish takes the bait, you need to reel it in. That's the premise of the game, and there it is. So we've got a bite, so we reel in the float with a fish, and what you're doing at the top of the screen, there's a tension on the top there, or the line tension, and you need to make sure you don't break the line, but you just keep wheeling around and wheel the fish in. And you can see underneath the top one, there's a second line, fish strength, and it shows you how strong the fish is. And there we go, we brought the fish in and we managed to land the fish. That's great fun, isn't it? It's really interactive. We caught a roach that weighs just under a pound. So we release him back, and there we are. Let's just go back here and change location. And I just want to show you on the sea fishing here, where you can fish. This is, as you see, the graphic again is changed. It's beautiful. It's showing you the sea. It's more rough. Let's just cast out, and we're going to catch a fish here. And what I'll show you is the line tension at the top and the fish strength, and how you need to work this one to make sure you don't break the line. The fish here are larger and stronger, and we're just waiting for a bite. There we go, we've got a bite. So we start reeling in, and at the top you can see the line tension is very high. You don't want to break the line. To allow that to go down so you don't break the line, you just take your finger off the reel and it lets the line out so you don't break the line. It keeps the line tension where you want it. And again, you just keep reeling in until the fish comes in. If you go too fast, too strong, you get the line tension and you can break the line. I'll just show you that. Bang, line snapped, there we are. So it's great fun and it's really interactive, and the more you play with it, the more you get to know how the functions work. And just for a few moments, if you want to just take some time out when you're doing some stuff to have a bit of fun, this is a really good app and I can highly recommend it. Flick Fishing from the App Store, it's a free download. Well, thank you for watching Inside the Shed. I hope you found this interesting. We looked at how to get photos into the iPad, and we looked at Flick Fishing HD, the free app from the App Store you can download and play with. We'll see you soon, so until next time, this is Steve and Hugo and Mickey saying stay safe, have fun and keep smiling.